What is it about height, especially when you're way shorter?
You can be attractive, but not be attracted.
A guy who's been talking to himself in my DMs since 2021 decided to go under all of the positive comments. It is widely known that I hate black men.
I know a lot of comments said that I was a height shamer and how is 6 feet not tall enough. It was never that with me. Like my first boyfriend that I was with for like the longest, he was 5'7".
Hear him out. He's a nice guy. Hear him out. He's got money. Hear him out. He's tall. That's fine. That is fine, but I'm not attracted.
Yeah, oh, here, let's go, okay, go. Yeah, yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah. YouTube, what is good with y'all? I'm back again with another Popped Up Balloon reaction video. Today we are reacting to the BM Talks video where he talks to the women that didn't get a match from episode 23. Make sure you let me know down in the comments what else I should be reacting to. Let me know what you think about the video. 98% of y'all is not subscribed, so if you fuck with this video, then tap in and subscribe. Make sure you like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Popped Up Balloon reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Definitely understand what you're saying there, and yeah, let's move on to Kia.
Yeah, I'll say, I don't want to speak for everyone, but at least for me, I was not ready for these quote unquote 15 seconds of fame. When I just chose to be on the show, it never crossed my mind, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get hundreds of notifications a day, or whatever feedback I received. My notifications have been on mute for years, so that wasn't a huge problem. I did look at some of the comments the first day the episode dropped, and I said, that's interesting. But I'm the type of person who has no issue with distinguishing the internet from real life. So that's not something that, I will say that there were way more positive comments that I received than negative. Of course, we all receive negative comments. I will say I've gone on a few times and people have actually noticed me. Oh, I really enjoyed, your episode, your positive demeanor, blah, blah, blah. And that was really encouraging to me. Because one thing about me, as you can see on the episode, I try to exude positivity and encouragement for other people, whether or not I know you or not. And so it was really a blessing to me to receive that back in return. Now, for the negative comments, one thing that was really eye opening for me was that people seem to know me better than I know myself. People seem to know my intentions better than I do and better than even God knows me. So I'm so glad that you all are so much more intelligent. And I'll also say that this episode really highlighted to me how big mental illness is and how vastly undiagnosed it is. Because for you, BM, I can't imagine you as the person you are today looking up on anyone's platform just to go on their page, type their name in, go on their page, go under their pictures, and
Yeah, like it is crazy the level of mental illness in our society too today. I feel like she has a pretty good like understanding of everything. She's handling it well. You know, she said she doesn't like read her DMs or whatever it is, and she's like able to distinguish that majority of the comments that she's getting are positive, and I think a lot of people tend to focus on the negative comments. And yeah, she just like pointing out that these people think that they know you better than you know yourself, or that your friends and close friends and family know yourself.
express how much they genuinely have believed in their mind that they hate someone that they have never met. So it was also interesting. There was actually one comment in particular that I came across. A guy who's been talking to himself in my DMs since 2021 decided to go under all of the positive comments and basically say that he knows me. And then I've gone on this so many, basically a tour of all of these dating shows. And, it is widely known that I hate black men. And I go on all of these dating shows just to have a viral moment to be disrespectful. We've never met a day in my life. I did submit my DNA to Ancestry. So maybe, I'm cloned somewhere. But it's interesting that people can make these connotations about you, create this image of you just to demean you. And all I can say is I'll pray for you guys. It's unfortunate. You know, you, BM, are always thinking about the next big move, your next project, how to make money, how to better yourself and your family. And that's the wavelength that I am on as well. So it's difficult for me to understand the thought process of someone who thinks any differently and actually has the time to go on someone else's platform to belittle them. So that's unfortunate, and you're in my prayers.
So I actually do want to add to that as well. So we are actually normal people. You know, me, I never ever think that I am this big person better than people. No, I am the same as everybody. Once we leave this earth, we're all gonna we're all the same. You
Agreed.
understand? So one thing that I always have to let people know that I'm a musician. I've had all of this that what everyone's getting. You understand? So I've been through it all. The internet, the trolls, the hate. And you know what I say to haters? I don't watch you. So why do you watch me?
Right. That's my
Don't
point, essentially.
right. Don't watch me. So if you put too much energy into people that are negative,
Gonna drain you.
you're gonna get drained, and you're just gonna be
Exactly.
stuck on their level. They want you to be on that level. But if you don't watch them and you keep going, like if I was to follow haters, I would have failed.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I agree.
let's move on to Christina.
Okay, so I really loved my experience. I didn't feel like
That's so true though. Before she talks, like it is hard. It's easy to feed into the haters, but I feel like every successful person that does some type of like social media or something where you have to have like fans or a lot of people support you in order to be successful, they always say the same thing like don't focus on the haters, it's going to drain you, whatever. And like at the end of the day, if you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right. Come
I
on
was
now.
disrespectful to anyone. I really didn't read the comments because I'm the type of person who doesn't care. But I definitely had people come under my post and like comment their opinion. I was just like, okay. Yeah, I really didn't care, but most of all, it was a positive experience for me. It was something I did for the first time and I enjoyed everyone. And yeah, it was great. Thank you for having me.
Good. So what would you guys say, like what do you think it was that caused people to be so negatively impacted by your episode?
Um, Me
I
personally, oh, go ahead.
Hmm.
Do you want to go
Yeah, go
ahead?
ahead, Carrington.
Okay. Me personally, I feel like it's because they don't realize that this is a production at the end of the day. Even though it's all authentic and everything that is said is being said, there is a purpose of this show. You want to hear why. You want to hear that initial thought. You want to hear exact things. Like, at first we were being extremely what you would be in the real world. You're at a bar, a guy approaches you. You don't say, "Oh no, I don't. You're ugly. You're ugly." You don't say that. You just be like, "No, thank you.
yeah.
I'm not interested." But on a platform like this, when we're expected to, why aren't you attracted to them? Why was it the initial attraction? What did you see? What about his shoes? You have to be specific, and there are only so many ways you could deliver that. If I said
Hmm.
I wasn't attracted to you, clearly I'm just not attracted to you. That doesn't mean that you're not handsome, and we got a lot of comments about that as well. People are like, how is every man handsome after you done turned him down? I've met handsome men every day of my life. I've worked with handsome men all day long. That does not mean I'm attracted to any of them. You can be attractive, but not be attracted. And I think there was a really weird turn, and everybody forgot, like, this is a dating show, guys. This
Yeah, I think one good point that she made is that you have to be specific. Like, people are getting upset because when they get rejected, usually people aren't specific with them about like what they actually don't like. They just reject them and they never know. And so now on the show, they actually figure out the reasons why people are rejecting them. But that also goes to show how like superficial a lot of the reasons are why people get rejected, and like how picky women are and how like easily they'll reject somebody for some little thing. And then another thing, damn, I forgot what she said.
this is a like you're not my person. So everybody was just super upset about the fact that this is not you. You might give every man in your DMs a chance. You might hear every man that approaches you out. Maybe. But the women lineup that was up there, they're all extremely beautiful women. I promise you that they get attention every day. Every day. At least, I can't speak for them, but I see them in person. I see myself every day. just because you seem sweet doesn't mean that I have to entertain that. Making yourself less available in certain ways does higher your value. Having standards does higher your value as a woman, in my opinion. So if I see this man come out and I'm not attracted to him, you guys are like, hear him out, hear him out. Why? Why? I'm not attracted. I'm gonna hear you out because somebody else might want to hear you out. But I don't. I'm not into you. I have to wake up to you every day. If we match, and it goes farther, I have to wake up to you. I have to be proud that you're my man. I have to be able to say, yeah, I chose that, and not have any sex. I went on there really to date, as well as most of these women, in my opinion. Why now on this platform am I supposed to give somebody a chance who I'm not attracted to? And I done flew across the country not to settle. I didn't do that. And they are handsome men. Somebody is going to really want to be with that man and drool over him, and their body's going to get tingly. That wasn't the case for majority of us women, and that's not fair for you all to, or for them to expect us to hear him out. He's a nice guy. Hear him out. He's got money. Hear him out. He's tall. That's fine. That is fine, but I'm not attracted. And a lot of those comments were telling us that we were just young-minded and we just, our priorities are messed up. And I have to disagree. I have to disagree with a lot of that.
Yeah, I think one thing that's a point to be made about a lot of these women in particular is that they're younger, like they're in their mid to late 20s, and they feel like they have all the opportunity in the world. They're very attractive, they probably have stuff going for themselves, so they can afford to be really picky. But in 5 years or so, like, they want to get married, and they're not going to be singing the same tune about standards this, standards that. My value is increased by elevating my standards. No, your value is the same regardless of your standards. That's why it's called your value. You don't get to change that just because of your pickiness, essentially.
So I have to say as well that people think that when we're getting this type of traction, or we're here like, oh yeah, we're getting traction. No, we want people to actually match. I want people to actually find their love. That's the main thing.
We actually get frustrated when there are matches because we're like, dang, we picked these people,
and y'all were.
This is the thing, right? This is because I think I even called Ish as well, because when I saw her stuff going around, and I had said, look, I know there's a difference with being rude and being honest, right? I know a lot of you was just being honest, right? I even warned you girls on the show. Remember, I stopped recording and I said to you girls, you're all saying the same things.
Piggybacking.
And that's what I think the main thing is, that people just kept hearing the same thing. And it's kind of like, are they all just copy and paste? Like, are they just copying each other? So do you think that maybe that's what people
that could have been something?
I think that was still a hang up, because when we were saying, initial attraction, which is very much the truth, production, behind the scenes, it's like, hey guys, like, you all are saying initial attraction, be specific. And then that's when the girls started to be more specific. They realized, like, maybe we are being a little cushiony, maybe we are being a little nice, and then it got turned into
hate.
So when we actually said to you, I said to you ladies, you're saying the same thing. I said the same exact answers is what, when the internet see this, they're gonna have something to say. I said, when the internet see you keep saying the same answers, they're going to have something to say. And some of you girls as well, when I said that, you didn't believe it,
Yeah,
and I was like, ladies, I want you guys to do well. I want you to do well. But, so we didn't say for you to, go super dive deep and stuff. We were saying basically just, if you're saying the same thing, it's just
change it up
like
a
copy
bit.
and paste.
Yeah.
Ish wanted to speak.
I do. I want to kind of piggyback off of Carrington. I think
the fact that they got mad at him for like they said, they're trying to create matches. They're on the show to date, so a match is what they should be looking for. He's trying to give them advice so the internet doesn't come after them, not go in on them, but be more specific or say different stuff. It doesn't even have to be more specific. It just had to be different than what other people said. And that just goes to show, in my opinion, that they're looking to be mad at somebody. They're looking for a problem instead of a solution.
it sounded like we were saying the same things essentially because we were feeling the same things about these men. Just like Carrington said, you can be nice, you can have a good career, which is funny because a lot of people call us gold diggers, and all of those men have all of those men have very good careers, money. It was never about that. I think we're all women that are successful in our own ways. So people hate to see it, but we have options. So those types of things just right off bat doesn't necessarily make us drool and want to pick these guys because they have a good career or they come off nice because, if you're a religious person or you believe in a higher power, like, you know how to, trust in yourself, trust in who you believe in, and that allows you some level of discernment. So every person that you encounter, just because they're nice, you can be a nice guy, but you don't have to necessarily be a good guy for me. If I, talk to every nice guy, then I would be looked at and shamed as a you know what in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're all just women and we're successful in a way to where we don't necessarily have to, you know, give attention to all those things that everybody's, trying to sell on the internet. And then the thing is too, yes, it's a dating show, but let's be honest and not act like people don't show you representation of themselves when they show up to you for the first time. Shoot, for the first couple months, like they're giving like the best version of themselves because they're in front of you and they're in front of the production team, they're in front of all these women, and they know they're going to be in front of millions of eyes. So let's be clear about that. And then just like Carrington said, I did not fly across the country to settle. I'm trying to be married. I'm trying to date my husband. I'm not trying to date casually and have fun and kiki and talk with somebody. I want children. Like, I want my life to go in a certain direction. And I simply did not see any of those men being the father of my children. And
Yeah, but one, you don't really know them, so how do you know if they're gonna be the father of your children based off of knowing them for like a minute? Two, she said that, oh, I don't care about the money and that they're tall and they're nice, because that's like a minimum requirement for you. It's not that you don't care about that. It's that is just like the bare minimum and they have to have all this other stuff, because I'm pretty sure that these girls is not dating like people that don't have a lot of money or they don't have a lot going for themselves. They're basically saying, I have a lot of people that have stuff going for themselves that are coming up to me. So it's just like, what?
I don't feel bad about that. And then I think the reason why the women on the show episode got so much scrutiny is because a lot of those men, again, they didn't argue back or they didn't fight back or they didn't, snap back like men on previous episodes did. And I think the internet has a tendency to try to take up for people that they think need taken up for. And in all reality, I'll just say it right now, none of those men needed any taken up for. They are very capable of taking up for themselves, very capable of taking up for themselves, and they didn't necessarily need that. They went on the show, they had what they wanted to do on their mind, and in my opinion, they did exactly what they needed to do because the internet loved them, right? But as far as the negative scrutiny we received, I feel like we received so much of it because there was no viral moment where the guy was snapping back and saying his piece to simple honesty from the women's part. And I understand you say that we needed to be specific, but we didn't necessarily have to be mean. I still personally don't think that I was mean. I never called anyone ugly. I know a lot of comments said that I was a height shamer and how is 6 feet not tall enough. It was never that with me. Like my first boyfriend that I was with for like the longest, he was 5'7". I'm 5'6.5". I've never had an issue with height. My issue is that, just like a lot of the women agreed, some of those men were being deceitful about what height they were, and that's just what it was.
So
Like,
can I actually just jump in there? All right.
yep, go ahead.
What? So this is for all the ladies. What is it about height?
I don't
What
care
is
about
it
height.
about height
what does it matter if somebody is being deceitful about their height if they're like 6 feet? If they're lying and saying that they're 6 feet when they're 5'11"? You just said that you dated somebody that's 5'7". So who cares if they're lying by an inch about their height or like whatever? And I don't know, bro. Like, she just irritates me. Like, oh, I didn't call anyone ugly, but you did everything but call them ugly. You said all these qualities about them that would be considered as not attractive, but you didn't call them ugly. And then like you get to be super honest and whatever, but if a man, it's clapping back if a man is honest. Like that counts as clapping back even though he's just being honest.
That is so important, especially when you're way shorter. And this weekend, where's Haitian though?
Right there, Kamina.
Right there, yeah, Kamina and Renee.
And Renee.
Let's ask both of them because you both had, issues with height. What is it that gets you so, that you don't want to pick a guy because of their height? When like you were, Kamina was 5, she's 5'1",
5'1",
right?
I think. That's what she
5'1",
said, yeah.
and that guy was
6 feet.
6 feet.
So, for one, he didn't really seem.
I think I'm gonna cut the video off here. Actually, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let me know what you think about me reacting like this. I've been trying to talk more, so let me know if you want me to talk less or if this is like a good amount you like me to hear what I have to say. And then let me know what else I should be reacting to. Make sure you subscribe if you made it to the end of the video, like the video, and check out the playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Peace.
Oh, here, let's go, okay, let's go. Yeah, she wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.